Hey, what's up? I'm here with the Pack A.D. I've got Becky and Maya. Hi, thanks
Hi.
for coming in. How are you?
Hey, good.
Pretty good.
So you guys came in at like 10 in the morning and played really loud and woke everybody up. I think you guys hold the record for at least top 2 loudest bands to come in here, so
All
congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take
I know
that.
it means a lot to you.
It's very important.
Yeah.
We aspire to be loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess first question would be, the album came out in September, and you know, I just wonder sort of where you guys are at in that cycle. You know, you got back from Europe, and you know, how you feeling playing this stuff still? Are you sick of it yet, or are you still?
No, it's still pretty
Loving
fresh.
the new stuff?
This is-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. And this is the end of the tour for the year, so I think it'll be fresher next year too.
Oh, okay, cool. So are you guys going back to
Vancouver.
Vancouver
Yeah.
for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
How
Possibly
excited?
snow.
How
Very
excited? How excited are you guys
Pretty
to
excited.
go home? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty excited.
We've basically
Yeah.
been on tour since the album came out, so it's like, what, 3 months or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need a little break.
So
Yeah.
what's the, I guess, the musical history with you guys? Because you actually have 4 records out.
Yes.
And you know, this one got a lot of attention. But you know, how long have you been playing music together? And you know, how did you meet? And how did you hook up?
Well, we were originally in a 4-piece band about 6 years ago, and then it sort of fell apart, and we just kind of continued as the 2 of us, and we met through like that band, kind of, but we were just friends.
Okay.
And then she was forced into drumming when we started the band, so that's
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Because you didn't play anything.
No, I didn't play
And we didn't have a
anything,
drummer, so-
So I became the de facto drummer. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Well.
that's how it happened. Yeah.
And now you know, you have Unpersons out, and Sirens does really well.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a trip? You know, when you've been making music for a while, and you know, do you guys? Is there a reason you think that song did so well?
I don't know. We had.
I mean, other
Well,
than it being a good song.
I don't know. I think that we kind of had a sense, well, because we like to joke when we're like coming up with songs.
Like,
and
that's the hit.
That's the hit.
Yeah.
And that.
So
that
did you have a
was-
sense? Yeah.
But I think we've always
but it's
joked
a
about that. It
joke.
had songs
Okay.
that
There's
wouldn't-
every
weren't
album
even
has the
close.
hit. This is the hit. This is the hit. And then
This one's for the
apparently this
kids.
one was the hit. So
Yeah.
then yeah, it
Yeah.
worked out. So, but you can't tell these things. You don't know really if it's going to work out. Like, but it did.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
And, I mean, how does it feel? You know, to have a hit, I guess.
It's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's kind of bizarre to hear yourself on the radio. I think it's strange, but I think
And it
it's
results
nice.
in, like, we played a show last night in Kingston, and we through the entire set, all they wanted to hear was the one song. They kept screaming, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
okay?
chill.
I know.
You're making all the other songs feel bad.
Well, what can you tell us about Sirens? I mean, you played it for us just now, and you know, what's that song about?
It's,
Well,
you go for
I
it.
did, what is that
Well,
song about?
well, yeah, I wrote that one.
Yeah.
It's basically, well, it's kind of funny, but it's basically about an undersea creature, and anyway, and she's gonna save everybody, so it's all okay. But really, it actually is kind of. Do you ever watch the show Angel when it was on?
I know of the show. I didn't watch it too much.
Okay, well, it's a little bit of a
reference?
It's a reference to an episode of Angel.
It is.
Yeah. It is. I'm sorry. That's a little side note. It became something different when I wrote it, but that's how it started off.
We actually didn't have a title for the song until we recorded it, and
Oh.
I was doing this part, and one of it like, and then I was like, oh, it sounds kind of like sirens, like calling into the sea, and they're like, that's the name of the song, and that was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that took a while to name. It did
Yeah.
happen that late.
I think it was
Yeah.
called like Hoo Hoo. For
Yeah,
a
we
while.
called it the Hoo Hoo song.
I like Sirens better.
Yeah, I know. Well, I
Much
wasn't
better.
gonna. That wasn't the official name. That was like on paper. Like, okay, all of our songs have really weird names before
They actually
before
get
they
named?
actually
Yeah,
have
yeah.
names.
The other song you played for us was Seasick. What can you tell us about that song?
Well, that's a lovely song. It's a nice little piece. No, it's one of our slower songs.
Yeah.
That's actually slow and quiet for us. So,
Yeah,
yeah, we split up the writing on that one. You
Yeah.
did the chorus and the first verse, and I did the other 2 verses.
it's kind of just about like leaving everything behind,
Yeah.
and like how nice that would be.
To just get up and go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get on a boat and like sail away.
But you guys get to do that though.
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, but
not-
constantly with each other. So,
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
and other people, like
And
just
other
like
people.
alone on a boat.
completely alone.
I hear that.
Yeah.
What's it like? You know, this is a standard question. You probably get asked it in every interview, but you know, being in a duo, in a 2-piece, does it make making music easier? Or does it make it more difficult?
It makes coming up with songs easier, and it makes like it makes it
The final
harder.
decision's
Yeah.
harder 'cause
But
it's
it also
50?
makes the music really simple. Like we can't really do anything too complicated unless.
Well, we could do tons of complicated things, but then you want to be able to recreate it when you're playing live.
Yeah.
And you know, wow, I
That's
just
kind of
totally.
what I was going with.
I'm
but
sorry. Oh my gosh. I totally-
Interject with
I didn't mean to interject. Pardon me.
redundant comment. Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's redundant.
I love that this is a
pointless.
question about being in a duo, and you guys are like,
Yeah, but this is us all the time. I mean, we're just always
Yeah.
together, so it's very interesting. But I find it easier. There's not other people to argue with. If we argue, we have to
Yeah.
settle the argument, or else we're miserable.
Yeah.
So you know, and there's no two other people that people take sides, and you know, there's no sides to take.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's kind of better.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we can't really like fight and then go and bitch to somebody else about like
There's-
each
yeah.
other. It's like
There's no
we
talk
kind of
to.
just like are grumpy and then we get over it.
Yeah.
You know, what's it like? You know, or I guess how do you keep it fun? You know, you guys still having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. How do you keep it fun? How do we keep it fun?
I don't know.
I guess you go to Europe. It's probably
Yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
fun.
that keeps it fun for sure. Yeah, that's.
How was that?
that's
I mean,
great.
how did that go
Great.
for you guys? Was this the first time you guys were there? Or?
No, I think it's probably the fourth or fifth time.
Oh wow,
but
okay.
yeah.
So how do you guys do over there?
We're doing pretty well right now, like
Yeah.
especially in France, which is really
Cool.
Good. Yeah.
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 It's something's happening there, which is really good.
Yeah,
So we would like to go there and eat all the cheese and
Yeah.
drink the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Too
very
much.
nice.
You guys are from Vancouver. Did you riot when the Canucks lost the
No.
Stanley
No,
Cup?
we
No.
were in like
Peterborough. We were in Peterborough.
Yeah, did you watch the game or what?
Yeah, we watched it in a bar full of Bruins fans. And
Oh,
they were all like,
bummer.
Depressing.
"Aw,"
That's
and then-
rough.
But then I was okay, and then I heard about the riots, and then I was like angry about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened, but it
No.
was going to.
Yes.
I mean, people came there to riot, so
Yeah.
whether if the Canucks had won, they still would have rioted.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, but we have that in common with Montreal. Apparently, they just flip police cars
Yeah.
for any
Yeah.
occasion.
Yeah, they
So-
just do it whenever they. Yeah.
So it's fine.
They do it for like preseason games
Yeah.
in Montreal.
Yeah.
What's it like coming from Vancouver? I mean, there's a lot of great bands there and a lot of history there musically. You know, what did that do for you guys coming up there?
I don't really know because we weren't in like a music scene when
No,
we
we just
started
sort
this
of,
band. We just kind of like when it even got written about in Vancouver, they're like, where did these people come from? Because we weren't doing it for years and in
Yeah.
different bands and stuff. So and now it's different. I guess we're part of the Vancouver scene, I
Yeah.
assume, even though we're not there very much.
Yeah.
I think that we are. I kind of lost track of the question on that one.
Well,
I
I mean,
went somewhere with it, but
any of the, like, I mean, you know, coming up in there's so many good bands from Vancouver, so
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder if it was like, you know, if it's a creative place in that sense.
oh
you
yeah,
know.
no, it is. It is.
Yeah.
We don't have enough venues though. It'd be nice
that's
if we had more
a bit of a
venues.
problem. There's a lot of
Yeah.
really good bands, and there are a lot of good shows, but there's only like so many, and they keep closing down.
Yeah, it's happening sort of everywhere, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a bummer for
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
And they'll reopen one, and then they'll close two, and then there's like you have like all the smaller bars, and then you have like the bigger venues, and there's kind of not much in between at this point, so it's kind of hard to have that show that's in between.
Yeah.
So after the Christmas break, are you guys working on new music? Are you? What's the plan there? Do you
No.
feel a momentum with the band right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. No, we're gonna continue touring this album. Like we've got some West Coast dates and stuff, and then we're going on tour supporting Elliott Brood through the States.
Oh, cool.
And then we're playing Edgefest next year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys stoked on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
Cool.
It's like we're a real band. We're on a poster, and everything. So I think it's pretty impressive.
Come on, you guys have been on a poster before.
Yeah, no, but like an Edgefest
That's
poster,
a
like
running
a
joke
real
with us.
band.
So it's like, look at that, we're like a real band.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the blog that you you write for a blog, right?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
the
right? Yeah.
Sadie magazine.
Yes.
Yeah, the
So
strongly worded.
How did
letters.
that? Yeah. So explain that because
I
is that are you an angry person inside or?
Oh no, I just have a lot
Sounds
of.
like something I
I just
would
have
do, you know?
things to say, I guess. And
She has a lot of things to
I have a
say.
lot of things to say because I am also a writer, but I haven't been getting to write so much because we've been a band, so it hasn't really happened. But I got approached from them, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to do a column?" And they had I can't remember. They wanted to do like a food diary or something, and then I'm like, "Yeah, no," and I'm like, "Oh well," I've always because whenever something untoward happens, I'm like, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter, and I never get around to it.
Yeah.
And then so I suggested that, and then I started writing them, and it's kind of fun to do.
Yeah. So how do you pick? I guess it's just if you get pissed off randomly, you'll
Yeah,
write
pissed
something.
off randomly, or if I'm happy about something randomly, like I wrote a letter. I don't think they printed it yet, but it's basically, Dear Ice Cube, I really liked your movie, The Janky Promoters. Just thought you should know. Because no one's seen Janky Promoters except me.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was great.
Was it?
Yeah, so serious.
Better than
So,
Anaconda?
well, you know, no, Anaconda was great. Yeah. but Janky Promoters was pretty up there. It was pretty terribly good.
I gotta go Friday if I'm going Ice Cube for
Yeah.
it, but it's classic. My last question, I guess, would be, well, I have 2 more questions. I wanted to ask you guys about, my favorite song on the album is 8. What can you tell me about that one? Because that's like the punk rock song on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, those lyrics are all about touring in Europe with a band with No Means No.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
They
Cool.
actually reference them in the song, too.
Yeah, they were a bit of an influence on that song, I think.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun song to do. And it's
Yeah.
kind of silly and fun. And a lot of lyrics for you to sing.
Yeah.
What was it like touring with those guys? I mean, they've been
It's great.
around for so long.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're really, yeah. And it's nice because after the show, because they've been around so long, they're not a big party. So after a show, it's like, would you like to come to my room? We're going to have some scotch.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, well, that sounds nice.
It's all very
You know?
civilized.
It's very civilized, and yet they just, like, every night we're watching them, and they're like,
It's
it's just
Well,
amazing.
they play for so long, and they come off stage and they're just drenched in sweat, and then they go back on for like 2 encores, and it's like we do like half an hour, and we're like, whew, you know.
Tired. Yeah.
Calling it a night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess my last question would be, what are you guys listening to? So what's on the old iPod or Walkman?
What have well, I've been listening to Wild Flag, and listened to a lot of different things in Europe. And what did I listen to when I came back? Wow, you know, I'm drawing a blank. Wow, that's a really terrible that I can't answer that.
Listen to the radio.
Any staples? Any bands that you always go to that you always listen to?
Yeah, I always end up listening to Carquois and Radio. I'm going through a Montreal phase, clearly.
Yeah.
Those 2
what
are
about you?
staples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Especially when we were over in France because we had to play it for a driver who's French. We were like, listen to this. And then he didn't really care that much, but
Yeah, he's like, they're using slang.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
What about you?
I like
Ben?
to listen to like soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Danny Elfman soundtracks or what,
Yeah,
what kind of
sure.
stuff?
I
We
mean,
listened to Lord
anything.
of the Rings
Yeah, we listened
to Lord of
when
the
we
Rings.
were driving out of Rome.
Yeah, that was
Because it's very
like,
important.
we need to
Very
listen-
epic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's awesome.
Driving through like traffic in Rome.
Because Rome, every single,
fantastic.
when we were in Italy, every single morning, our driver when we'd see him first thing, he'd be like, "We live to see another day."
Yeah.
Because the driving in Italy is just like,
Insane.
it's insane.
Insano?
It's really crazy.
Everybody's cars has nicks on the side. Like it doesn't even. Nobody files claims. Like everyone you just run through. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like you go to your car. You're like, oh, another dent.
Yeah.
Another day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone parks like
That's hilarious.
Like, oh yeah, the
ridiculous.
parking is.
it's
Interesting.
Tetris, really. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't.
So you guys just rolled around Rome, pumping Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
in your ride.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
Yeah, we used to like roll into venues for like maybe only 3 shows in a row. We would play the final countdown, and then it got really old really quick.
Okay.
But we thought it
Yeah.
would be really dramatic with the windows open.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one time we came up to a venue, we were about to leave, and we played "You Make My Dreams Come True" by Hall & Oates, and we blasted it, and we were dancing, and no one thought that was funny or anything. And we
Like,
kind
why
of were
do you
just like
listen to Hall &
losers
Oates?
at the
We're
side
like-
of the road playing this.
Yeah, 3 of us like
Yeah.
having a party.
Yeah.
What about stuff that, what was the, like, let's say the first bands that you got into, we'll say, when you were growing up? First band that got you into, let's say, rock and roll to begin with.
The first artist I was ever do was Aretha Franklin
Cool.
when I was quite young.
That's a
But I
good one.
didn't. I would just dance to her music.
Was that due to parental units or?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess they got me like that. Who's Zooming Who? That was like the first cassette I ever owned.
Yeah, and now you play it in the van all the time.
Well, it's so good.
Yeah. Listen to a lot of Who's Zooming Who.
Maya, what
I
about
don't
you?
know.
What was like one of those first ones?
I'm trying to think. I mean, all the stuff that I like is weirder. Like Laurie Anderson, I don't know if you've even heard of her. It's just like weird performance art crap. That inspires me.
Cool.
It's a lot of talking.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do a lot of talking.
And I do a lot of talking, so that works out just fine. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in today.
Well, thank you for
And
having
have
us.
a great show tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah, totally. Thank
Thank you very much.
Cheers.